Hi there, Kajabi users. So this question is coming from Joe Kagonga. I don't know if I read your name correctly, but here, first and foremost, if you have this same issue or concern, Kajabi promised you in their documentation that you don't necessarily need to take any action if this is true. Okay, so under your marketing settings in Kajabi, and basically if you selected this Kajabi email domain and you encode your information here, so you don't necessarily have to worry about anything. So if you, whether you're using email, Gmail or Yahoo, then you don't have to worry because they promise in their documentation that they will update or they will replace themselves the DMARC and the DKIM. So these are information to avoid making or sending your emails to spam from the receiver or of the receivers of your email. So here, unless you're using this custom email, that means you're using your own custom email like example.com, like that. So whatever domain that you own, and then you use the email from that domain, you need to do this extra step here that is mentioned by Kajabi. So basically, you just have to go to your zone editor, and they even provide you samples in GoDaddy. So you need to log into your hosting. And for you to know where your website is actually hosted, you just go to icon. Yeah, and then once you search for icon, go for lookup. What this tool does is that it will point you, or it will let you know where your domain actually is hosted. So, for example, James One More training.com. This is James One More's website. I know that it's hosted in Cloudflare. So it's actually on Bluehost, but we connected it on Cloudflare, so that's why it says Cloudflare here. So that means we need to log into Cloudflare to change the DNS zone. So this is the only thing that you need to know so that you'll be able to know where it is hosted. If it says domaincontrol.com, that is GoDaddy. For Namecheap, it's going to say Namecheap server.com, something like that. Okay, so it will let you know where it's hosted. So you need to log into that hosting account so that you'll be able to change the DNS record like this one in GoDaddy. So if you log in, so and these are the values that you needed to encode. So let me just log into our Cloudflare, for example, so that you'll understand. If you already figure out where it's hosted, because that's the very first step, you need to figure out where it's hosted. And if you already did, then you need to log into that. So by the way, Cloudflare is not the hosting site, but it's a kind of cloud security layer, additional security layer to hosting. We connect all of our domains on Cloudflare. So, well, yeah. So much of the jargon, but here, let me just show you quickly if I'm going to log into our account. So I need to get into the two-factor authentication. And there you have it. So after this, you need to get into the domain that you wanted to change the DNS record. So you need to go to the DNS and get into the type here. You see here, you could add a record and just click add name record here. According to Kajabi's instruction, it says text type. So that's where you could select here. The type is text, and then the name required. So you just have to copy and paste all this. So it's DMARC, and then these are the records that you need. And it says here that you need to include the codes. So you have to make sure that you copy all that. So here you add a DMARC. So copy and paste, and then this is the content where you have to paste those information. So in different hosting, they will have they might look different, but they're pretty identical. Okay, so that's how you do things. So DMARC, then the content here, and then you simply add that record. So save the record. So that's how you add that in Cloudflare. So again, on different hosting, They might look different, but they're mostly identical. So that's how you add. You just have to find the DNS record and add a record. So simply search how to add DNS record on GoDaddy if your hosting is GoDaddy. If you're on Bluehost, how to add on Bluehost, like that. So for Cloudflare, if you're using Cloudflare, this is how you add it. So again, I hope this is helpful, and thank you so much.